All right, so we're here with Executive Vice President candidate Natalie Hernandez. The first question I have for you is, why are you running for this position and what are your qualifications?
So the reason why I'm running for this position is, I'm a CNAS senator right now. So I know what the EVP does. I know what they're supposed to do because I read their bylaws. So I want to change and improve the office. In order to do that, you have to be passionate and dedicated. So being passionate, I've been in AS for 3 years. I was in Student Voice Committee. I was a delegate. I went out there to survey students, collect data, gave it to the chair and the director so they can present it to the Senate with a proposal. So with that, and then being dedicated as a senator, I'm always in my office, even after office hours. I'll be there from after class to until 7 p.m. trying to figure out a way to create transparency and accountability with the senators within. So I'm basically kind of doing what the EVP should be doing. So that's what I just want to improve it. I just want to change it because it's long overdue.
How would you assist in having students' voices heard in ASUCR?
So basically, I want students to come to my office. If they don't feel comfortable coming, I want to hold town halls with the executive cabinet. And so they can come to us, tell us the issues that are happening, and then be able to go to Senate if there needs to be legislation pieces to be presented, go to senators, ask for their sponsorship, and then try to assist them by creating a plan. For example, as a senator, students actually came to my office hours asking me, how can this happen? And that we would create a plan. ASL courses, that's something that I've been doing since fall quarter. I was trying to find a way for students. I was trying to find the ASL club president a way for us to start doing it. So we created a plan, and then we executed the plan, and now we already passed the resolution, and now we're on our way to emailing the administration.
What would you bring to your position that's new?
So with that, I want to create transparency by creating an Instagram account. That's something that EVP hasn't done. There's no Instagram account at all. So I want to be able to use the Instagram account by working with the personnel director, especially to get their monthly senator reports, also my monthly reports and being posted, as well as office hours accessibility. A lot of people always say, go look at the website, but it shouldn't be the students' jobs to go look at something. It should be already there. So with an Instagram account, students already have social media. They can just look, and that's all. It'll just be right there for them. Also just to make sure what the EVP does. A lot of students don't know what the EVP actually is supposed to do. So I want to be there and show them, this is what the people that work under me, this is what we do. This is what I do as an EVP. This is my committees I sit on. This is the events I want to hold and stuff like that.
And as EVP, how would you facilitate collaboration between the legislative branch and the executive branch?
Well, that's okay. So with the monthly bi-weekly reports that I want to do, I want them to come to me and just tell me what their progress is, what they're trying to plan on doing, and then have myself go to the executive branch, tell them, hey, this is what they're trying to do. Is there any way, how can we help them? And then on top of that, just making sure, just keep a constant communication with the legislative branch. That's what the EVP is supposed to do. They need to be able to be there telling them, hey, this is how it should be running. Hey, maybe you shouldn't be doing that. So stuff like that is just more of it should be done.
And the EVP has the power to make any vote a closed ballot vote. Under what circumstances do you think that is necessary, and how would you maintain transparency when that situation arises?
So the closed ballot voting, it's such a big issue for me because it doesn't create transparency to the students. The students don't know what's going on. So I'm only going to use it if it's safety reasons only. And that's it. Because there needs to be transparency to the student body. And if I am going to be doing closed ballot voting, I will tell the student body, hey, the reason why I did this because of safety concerns and, stuff like that. Keeping it more accountable, and they'll get the voting stuff, but they just won't get who voted like that. But yeah, no, it's just more of just safety concerns. That's my main thing. But besides that, there shouldn't be any reason to use a closed ballot voting.
In what ways would you try to hold senators accountable?
So, like I mentioned, keeping meeting with them biweekly, making sure they're doing their job. Also, a lot of people don't know this. The EVP has the power to silence senators. So by that is you're only allowed to silence them if they miss 2 Senate meetings. So if they don't notify me 48 hours in advance, I will silence them and tell them you take your voting rights away. And in the LRC, we actually passed this constitutional amendment. Hopefully, it gets passed during an election. But the constitutional amendment states that if the senators, the legislative branch, doesn't they didn't bring the senator back into the legislature because they need like 2/3 votes in order for them to come back. If they don't come back for I think up to 4 weeks, they will be removed from office. So it's up to the senators as well to be holding each other accountable. But yeah, I'm going to use power to make sure silencing. If you don't show up to Senate meetings, that's one of your duties. Come on, you can do it. Another thing that we'll be doing too is doing the 3 strikes. So again, one strikes would be not going to Senate meetings. Another strike would be you didn't do your legislations. Senators are required to do 3 pieces of legislations. One of them is actually due before winter quarter starts. If they don't do that, that's 1 strike. Another strike would be you did not meet with your committees. And I'm going to know about that because I'm going to have direct contact with the personnel director about that, as well as ethnic gender programs. You don't meet with them, you're supposed to meet with them. You're supposed to meet with your deans. I'm going to be in contact with the directors from each ethnic and gender program to make sure that they actually go. And then with the deans, I'm going to be in contact with them as well. So it's more of I'm going to be there and I want to make sure you do your job.
And my last question is, what is your ideal vision for ASUCR?
My ideal vision, I want change. It needs to be done. I've been in there for 3 years. I saw how things were run, and it's getting tiring. Students are getting tired. Imagine me, I'm getting tired. I'm in it. It needs to be changed. There needs to be change. By that, just by changing the environment, by holding people accountable, you actually change a lot. People are more to be more like, oh my gosh, she's actually strict on this. I have to put work on it. Creating transparency, we have to create transparency. I will be talking to the executive cabinet about that. Maybe we can try to find a way to be more accessible to students rather than using the website, because honestly, the website doesn't do much. So try to find ways to make sure the students are well aware of what we do and what we're doing for them, as well as being more advocate towards situations. For example, the COLA movement. A lot of senators, many of us did not know about anything because nobody told us. And I had to find out through committee members from the external office telling me about it, and from the vice president of external coming to our Senate meetings. So, and then the march was the day after the Senate meeting. So stuff like that, it should be voiced throughout everyone. Shouldn't be voiced just through external only. And that's one of our big things here, is that we don't really do much trying to voice with the worker strikes. Not a lot of us didn't know about any of that. So stuff like that, it needs to be voiced. We need to show support to the community, because it's not fair that we're not out there. We're the student leaders. We're supposed to be there. And yeah.
All right, well, that was my last question. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I just hope that everyone votes for the representatives that they actually truly believe that they're going to do the job. If anybody has any questions, please reach out. My email, my Instagram. I don't know if I should say my email. My email is edhern039@ucr.edu. Instagram, you can do _ Natalie Hernandez 21 _ and yeah.
All right, cool. Well, thank you for your time and doing this interview.
Thank you so much for having me, Jonathan.
Of course.